have been having such fun, we, as in Eva Marie and me, talking about these Southern expressions you only hear in the South. So we've gone through about 8. I think that's correct. And we've got bunches more. So this has been fun. So I'm going to bring Eva Marie in for Southern Mamas Be Like. And we've heard our mamas say this. Yes, we have, haven't we?
We have.
So
Yes, we
these are
have.
going to be super fun. I love this one because you and I both, as soon as I read it, I went, whoops, but you've got a little bit of history. So here we go. This would be number what? 9?
This is number 9 out of
the
ones that we're
number
doing.
9, as we say in the
Number 9.
Okay, eat corn through a picket fence.
You know, we Southerners, we don't want to be rude, and we don't mean to be ugly.
No.
So like yesterday, my husband and I were at the mall, and I'm looking around at some of these ladies and gentlemen walking around the mall. And I just very casually leaned over and I said, do you think anybody bothered to look in the mirror before they left? Like, seriously, there are kids here in their jammies. I don't understand this. So, you know, we feel like we're not dressed if we do something like that. But we don't like to be rude. We don't like to say, you know, somebody needs to tell her or tell him that they got issues. So if somebody can eat corn through a picket fence, that means they got buck teeth. And so they, you know, that's just a very polite way of saying something that's not really very nice. You know, did your mom ever tell you if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all? Yeah. That's just a real nice way of saying they need to go see an orthodontist like yesterday. Yeah.
Well, it's like the woman that plays the piano at our church is very talented, Margaret, and she'll always say, well, she had students in school and they would see someone who was not dressed properly and maybe needed a little help. And she would say, you know what, Miss Margaret, she needs a good friend and a mirror. And
that's right. She's a good friend and a mirror. Yeah.
Good friend and a mirror.
Yeah.
Well, that's I like that one too.
Yeah. My husband and I, we have this joke when we leave the house. You know, we look at each other, make sure, you know, everything's tucked in and no tags are showing and things like that. And so the joke is, are you going like that? Is that the way you're going? And what that means is you're ready. And that's just our way of saying it. Like, I've checked you out. This is the way you intend to go. You're looking good. So yeah, we make sure that we don't leave the house, you know, looking like white trash.
I told the way our mamas raised us.
Oh my goodness. My mother never left the house that she wasn't dressed.
Oh, I'm telling you. Well, my friend Dale, her mama got mad at her because Dale's from Nashville and she's very physically fit. And she had a little sundress on. It was kind of a sweetheart, no straps. Yeah. And her mama wanted her to take her back to Eupora, Mississippi, and stop by the Cheeseburger Hut because they had a women's church circle meeting. And she kept looking at Dale saying, you gonna go in and see these people dressed like that? I mean, Dale was getting so mad. And
I know.
They pulled up to the dollar store. No, that was Family Dollar or Dollar, one of those.
Yeah, Dollar General.
She said, Mama, do you need some cleaning supplies? And she said, no, but you need to pick yourself out a dress. So she had to go buy a dress because, you know. Well,
I know, and I remember one time, and I mean, I thought it was fine what I had on, but it was like a sundress, and in the middle of the summer, and I went to church. Mother went before me, and I put my sundress on and went to church, and my mother turned me right around and said, "Go back to the house and put something else on."
Oh yeah,
and I did. I mean, I thought it was fine, but
you and I grew up. Where the shorter the better. Yeah. And honey, I went to a Baptist high school and they assumed that you had to have fingertips. If it's above your fingertips.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Go back.
And we had to wear dresses until the 9th grade. Once we went into I take it back, into the 8th grade. Once we got into the 8th grade, we could wear slacks and jeans and that. Couldn't wear shorts. And of course you couldn't wear, you know, your skirt was not supposed to be too short. I think by the 9th grade, it was, and this is certainly getting off subject here, but I believe we called them scooter skirts. We now call them
skirts.
skirts. Yeah, but we called them scooter skirts, and they were shorter, but they had shorts on under them. So yeah.
But they were
and eventually it just all,
Yeah. And then you say, wait, there's shorts, but you still
what the heck in a handbasket. But anyway.
All right.
Which
leads into just quit being ugly.
Quit being ugly. And that's exactly what we were doing just right then. We were being ugly. When you talk bad about somebody or about something, or if you're acting the fool, like we talked about having a hissy fit and that kind of thing, you're being ugly.
Yeah.
You're just not pretty as a peach like you should be. And your mamas would say, quit being ugly.
Right.
And my mother would usually add, if you're not careful, I'll give you something to be upset about.
And they would too, brother.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. That is so true. Quit being ugly. I heard that myself. One of Mama's
because I remember saying to my grandmother when I was a little girl, and I just thought she was just so lovely and so wonderful. And she said, darling, what you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to be a sweet old lady. Because I said, grandmother, I want to be just like you. I want to be a sweet old lady. She said, sweet old ladies come from sweet young ladies. Never forget it. We were sitting on the front porch.
Oh, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. Very Southern. Very good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Pass the baton. Don't hit somebody in the head with it. Okay.
That's right.
Cattywampus.
Cattywampus means everything's just a mess. The house is just cattywampus.
Yeah.
I was going to go to town, but I looked at my hair and it was all cattywampus and that kind of thing. So, and it can also mean something is askewed, like we're going to put that table cattywampus over there in the corner. In other words, it's not going to sit flush against the corner. It's going to be turned just a little bit. So that's one of those phrases, and we have many of them, that can mean one thing or the other. It's just depending on how it's used in the sentence.
Yeah. Or just straighten that thing out there. It's gone cattywampus.
It's gone cattywampus, like the picture on the wall. Look at that picture on the wall. It's gone cattywampus.
Yeah. And some people go cattywampus, which leads to the next.
They have themselves a hissy fit.
Well, they've had a hissy fit, and bless their heart.
Ugly.
They gone cattywampus themselves because they is 3 sheets in the wind.
3 sheets in the wind means somebody's had just a little too much to drink. And I don't know where that comes from exactly, like why 3 sheets to the wind, but I guess I don't know. But I tell you, something really cute. I was with a good friend of mine. We were out shopping and we were in Colorado. And she saw this picture and she was like, she bought this picture and it was, it was big. It was like, and she said, I got this for my laundry room. She said, I thought this would be really cute. And it was 3 sheep hanging on a clothesline. And it said 3 sheep to the wind. And of course they were blowing, right? And she hung it up and she said, come in here and let me know, does this look good? And, did I hang it straight?
That's cattywampus.
So I walked in there and I started laughing. And I said, you know what that means, right? Well, she was from up north, I guess, so she didn't know. She said, no, what does it mean? I said, well, it means you've had too much to drink. It means you're drunk. Mm-hmm. Or like another thing we say is drunk as a skunk, right? Mm-hmm. Never seen a skunk drunk, but who knows? And so she was like, oh my gosh, she said, but I spent so much money on it. I'm just going to leave it there. I said, well, girl, it's in the laundry room. Nobody's going to know.
That's right. And it'll make her laugh when she goes in there. If there's any place we need to have some humor, it's in the
laundry room.
Yes. That's true. That's so funny because I know, my Baptist friend, I think I told you this, but one time we were talking about somebody and I said, well, they got a little overserved last night.
They overserved her.
Yeah. And she said, I wish you quit saying that. They just flat out got drunk. And I said, I know, but it's a nice way.
You're not being ugly, bless your heart. I mean,
no.
trying to be nice.
That's right. And they done gone cattywampus.
Yeah, they went cattywampus.
Yeah, they didn't quit being ugly, but
no.
it's just no telling.
Bless their hearts.
Yes. Well, those were fun.
We were fine. We're going to do some more. We've got at least one more for this month, and then we'll have even more. I mean, there's just so many.
And, you
So
know, tell folks what we talked about chiming in.
Please do. I know you probably, listen, my Southern sisters and brothers, you probably heard lots of things that your mamas and daddies said. It's like, I only heard that in the South. Please let us know what they are. We'd love to hear your stories. And to our Northern brothers and sisters, what are some of the things you've heard? Maybe even some of these you're like, nope, that's not just in the South. We definitely say that in the North as well. You just thought you owned it, but you don't. Or just some of the things like, what do you say if somebody's been overserved?
Well, I'll tell you that now you're getting my head moving, because I was recently in Washington with my good friend Nancy, and she had one of the funniest fathers. And she would look at me, and I knew she's going to say something funny because her daddy would make comments all the time. And she'd go into his voice, and I laughed so hard at her. She'd say, you know what Papa said about that?
You know what Papa said.
What Papa said about that. And I said, what? It made no sense. That was the best part. She said, that gal so darn ugly, she could put a boil on a glass of water. It was just like, what is that? I mean, but she had, I know, at least every 3 of them a day. And I would say, oh no, here it comes. Here it comes. And I would laugh so hard. It was a snort laugh, which is not, you know, like
speaking of boils, I remember hearing, you know, that worried me like a boil on my behind.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When you said that, I was like, oh, I remember hearing.
Oh yeah.
Boil on my behind. Yeah.
Oh, I remember so many people using expressions like that. You're going, oh, ouch.
So tacky. It's just so tacky. Jane, I can't believe we've lowered ourselves to these standards. But anyway,
I know
we want to hear your story, so make sure you send them to us.
Okay, honey. Please do. Okay, last go round. Here we go.